Hey, and welcome to another English commentary of Korean Pro Gaming. This time, MSL Season 3, Group G, the final game by Diggity. Thank goodness this is the final game between Hery and Lomo. Group G has been remarkably unspectacular, except for Xellos really playing very good StarCraft, showing that he looks like he's in good form to go deep into these playoffs. I favored Lomo in this match initially. It looks like Lomo is at the 12 o'clock position, while Hery's in white at the 9 o'clock position. I really favor Lomo because even though he lost to Xellos, he put up a decent fight. There were a couple moments where I think he was just ahead, definitely in macro, but Xellos' macro just really bowled him over. And Xellos just has that precise, amazing timing where he knows right when he needs to just strike, to go in with that killing blow, to unsheath the sword and go for the throat. And he also knows really that perfect timing. I need to pull back, I need to defend, I need to build strength. And really, that's quite the opposite of Hery. That last game with Hery versus 910, both players just proved why most people think they're subpar. It was just all sorts of indecisiveness, just kind of mulling around in the map. It was difficult to comment, and it was difficult to watch almost at times, and it just dragged on a lot longer than it needed to. I think there were a couple points when 910 could have taken the advantage against Hery, but didn't, because he just wasn't being aggressive. It looks like Lomo is going for a pretty standard build, which I think is a mistake on Zodiac, actually, because Zodiac, it's a very interesting map, but it has a really big distance between even the close starting bases. If you start at the two closest spawn points to one another, that's about the size of a standard map otherwise. There's a decent, this isn't the greatest distance possible, but this is a decent distance between these two, and I think that's going to hurt Lomo a little bit, because he's going to be a little bit later on his second expansion. Hery going, recognizing, I think, the map and going for that early expansion, knowing there's that distance. But at the same time, we can end up with another situation, hidden tech. That's one thing I like about Zodiac, is because of that distance, you end up with a little bit of variety in play that I've seen thus far, which isn't saying much, because honestly I've only seen, one, two other games, just a handful of games on Zodiac thus far, if even that, and none of them have involved, or only one of them is involved hidden tech. But given the distance, I think it can result in interesting gameplay at least. I'm not sure why he's dedicating 2 SCVs to this single Lomo scout. Looks like Lomo is bringing down that Marine to harass. He's building that factory, he's building that supply depot. He's going to try to take the fight early, but again, I don't think that's going to be successful, because if you can see on that mini-map, just that huge distance, the massive distance that he has to cover to get a unit down into Hery's base. Hery already has his barrack up. He's going to have a Marine out well in time for this attack. It looks like, I'm not quite sure why he's bringing all these SCVs up, maybe to deal with that lone Marine he knew was coming. But honestly, he doesn't need to worry about it, because he's got a Marine coming out just a second there, and he's got that bunker up. Looks like Lomo's going for an early starport, which is an excellent maneuver at this point. Definitely, because he'll be able to take a vulture and drop backside on Hery if Hery doesn't basically get any sort of air defense up backside. But that bunker is definitely in position to defend that secondary, so he's not going to have to worry about that secondary. The SCVs and that single Marine will be able to defend that. And honestly, Hery's got plenty of time before that dropship goes up. Lomo is going to be definitely behind. I mean, he's significantly behind economically. It looks like that. Nope, SCV got taken down. That was a good job on Lomo to deny that scout, to make sure he didn't see this hidden early tech, like I was basically talking about earlier, of that starport. Looks like that barrack is a little out of position. No range upgrade. I wouldn't expect a range upgrade, because pretty soon you're going to be seeing the vulture tech coming out on Hery's part. But he's going to be able to fight that off in good measure. But really, my question is Hery going to get his turrets out, or maybe even Roving Goliath out, in time to fight off the dropships of Lomo? Or is he going to be distracted by this 3 Marine single vulture push? There should be a vulture coming down fairly quickly here. Looks like Hery's being smart. He's being very protective, blocking his wrap. Hery's going for 2 starports. Actually, it looks like Hery's going for Wraith. He's going to build an early Wraith, bring it down, and try to do an attack. I don't think he realizes, well, he definitely doesn't realize that Hery has 2 starports going up. Hery's not going to have anything for the single Wraith, but just being a single Wraith, I don't think he's going to be able to inflict as much damage as he's hoping. In the meantime, Hery's going to have those starports up momentarily. Looks like he's got tank production underway. In the meantime, though, Lomo is able to inflict minor damage, but he's going to bring up these Marines. These Marines should be able to, with a decent amount of maneuvering, distract this Wraith long enough for basically these two counter rays to come out on Hery's part. This is definitely going to result in an interesting match, because what we're going to see here is we're definitely going to see an air battle. We're going to see an air battle between Hery and Lomo. Well, at least a minor air battle here where they're producing Wraiths. I would hope that Hery would take the advantage as soon as this Wraith pulls out of his base. I take it back. He's not going to make a Wraith. The Wraith is going to retreat. And now's Hery's real opportunity. He has a decent production advantage. He's going to have dropships in short measure. Just build up a quick force and start pushing now, so we can basically get these, get these units out of position, so we can just storm up, try to isolate Lomo in, try to get his expansion up and cover the rest of the map. I do like Lomo's play here. I like that he's gone early race. He recognized that he could get away with the early tech, and really it's going to be a couple minutes before that well, not a couple minutes, a couple seconds before that first Goliath's out. Lomo's doing a good job of resource harass here, but honestly I don't think it's going to have that much an impact on Hery's economy, considering he has had that secondary out for a significant portion of time now. But yeah, I do like that gameplay on Lomo's part. Here comes the Goliath. Lomo, I guess, doing a good job of sensing that the Goliath's out, or at least spotting. Never mind, I take that back. He spotted the Goliath with his barrack, pulling his Wraiths back. He's just going to use them right now for cover. I really do like that decision for Wraiths, though, because it helps the distance advantage, and definitely some other factors. And basically, it looks like, yeah, here he's going to dedicate some Goliaths to take out everything else. I think